All right, hello and welcome. My name is Dylan Anderson. This is a AWD 1115 Chapter 9 lab overview. Today we're going to be going over session state and ASP.NET Core MVC. Um, so, what is session state? In ASP.NET Core MVC and demonstrate how to, or how I used it to build the shopping cart. My by default, the HTTP is stateless, meaning that every request to the server is independent. If we didn't use session state, every time a user refreshed the page or navigated to another page, pretty much everything would refresh. The shopping cart would disappear. Everything saved within the database would completely disappear. It would be like on a refresh that everything's back to normal. So session state allows us to temporarily store information for each individual user while they're using the application. So the way that it goes is a user request is first, the server responds, and then the connection ends. Normally the server forgets everything. So when it's stateless, if like I said, if it hits a refresh, um, it's going to completely forget everything. So with session, we have a user session ID cookie, server memory, and then into the shopping cart. The browser receives a small session cookie containing a unique session ID. The actual shopping cart data is stored on the server, not inside the browser. So if we look at program.cs, there's a few new things that we added in here. The first one I want to talk about is the add memory cache, builder.services.add memory cache. This pretty much adds server memory to the session state, meaning that whenever we input something, it remembers. So then we have the builder services add session. This enables session services. And then there's one more right here, app.useSession. And this makes session available for every HTTP request. So let's pull up and kind of show you what I'm talking about when I show you what the cart does, how it functions, how it remembers things. We do have a login, but we'll do this without logging in. You can just go to products. So let's say we just want one of everything. So as you can see here, I added one of everything. In the cart, it shows 4 items. If I go to my orders, if I go to home, if I go to products, if I go to, come on, log in. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to look. If I go to log in, the cart stays the same. The cart always stays the same. So let's look at the cart controller. This is what I want to focus on. Var cart equals HTTP context session get object list cart item cart key. This retrieves the shopping cart from the session if there isn't one yet. Yeah, this retrieves the shopping cart from the session. Let's see, what else do I want to show here? HTTP context right here. So after adding or removing an item, this saves the updated cart back into the session. So why session extension? Let's go to session extension.cs here. Oh my goodness. Extensions. All right. So we have a set object right here. We have a get object right here. These methods together convert C# objects into JSON and back again. So that's pretty important here. Without that, like I said, I don't think that any of this would read or save into the memory. So yeah, since my shopping cart is a list cart item, I created the extension methods that automatically serialize the object into JSON before storing it. So that's what the memory comes in. It memorizes that serial stored within JSON, converted back to C#, and then that's memorized for your cart stuff. So I kind of already went over the live demo for you, but again, we've got home products, my orders, no orders placed yet. You've got the shopping cart. If we go in here to proceed to checkout, we do 1, 2, 3 test drive test no bang place order. Can see that thank you for your order, continue shopping. If we head up to my orders, there's your order. So thank you guys. In conclusion, I would like to say that session state is useful whenever information needs to persist while a user is actively using an application, but doesn't need to be permanently stored in a database. In my project, session state allowed me to create a fully functional shopping cart while the completed orders were saved permanently using Entity Framework Core. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Happy Thursday, and I will see you next week.